All right, let's talk about something most of us think is pretty straightforward, life insurance. But what if I told you that the first quote you get is almost never the best one? We're going to dig into why a second look could literally save you thousands of dollars and, more importantly, actually secure your family's future.
In this quote, man, it just hits the nail on the head, right? It is so easy to go online, click a few buttons, and get a number. But that number, that's just a starting point. The real work, the important work, is finding the policy that's actually built for you, priced competitively, and fits your life.
So here's the game plan. First, we're going to bust the myth of the one-size-fits-all quote. Then, we'll dive into exactly where and why things go wrong. After that, we'll talk about the solution. And finally, we'll pull back the curtain so you can see what an expert really looks at during a review.
Okay, so first things first, let's tackle the biggest misunderstanding out there. So many of us treat buying life insurance like buying a gallon of milk. We think the only thing that matters is the price. And honestly, that's a huge mistake.
Life insurance is absolutely not a commodity. You could have two policies that look identical on the surface, same death benefit, same price. But one might have a super powerful feature called a conversion option, which lets you switch it to a permanent policy down the road with no new medical exam. The other, it might not have that at all. It's that hidden flexibility that a simple quote just completely misses.
Which just makes you wonder, right? If these policies can be so different, why do we get one number from one company and just assume, well, that's the going rate for me? The reality is, you could be leaving a much, much better offer on the table and you wouldn't even know it.
So, if that first quote is really just a starting point, where are all the traps? Let's uncover some of those hidden factors that cause people to either overpay or, even worse, get the wrong kind of coverage altogether.
You know, it's kind of wild, but most of the issues, they all boil down to one of these three things. You're either talking to the wrong insurance company for your specific profile, your story wasn't presented in the best possible light, or the product itself just isn't the right fit for your goals. Let's zoom in on the biggest one here, carrier mismatch. You have to understand that every insurance company has its own unique philosophy, its own personality. For example, one carrier might be totally cool with high cholesterol if you're in great shape otherwise. But another company, they might not care about your gym routine at all and focus only on your family's health history. An expert knows who specializes in what. They know which companies are going to be the right fit for your story.
And boom, look at this. This slide shows it perfectly. We've got the exact same person, right? Carrier A is more conservative about a specific health issue, so they come back with a really high premium. But Carrier B? They see that exact same condition more favorably, and their offer is way lower. An expert, a diversified broker, knows which door to knock on first. And this brings us to such a critical point. The process of underwriting, which is really just how an insurance company evaluates your risk, is not standardized at all. It's different everywhere. How your story, your health profile is framed for them can make a massive difference in the final offer. It's really part art and part science. All right, enough about the problems. Let's talk solutions. How do you actually cut through all this noise and make sure your family's future is truly protected? Well, this is where getting a second opinion becomes an absolute game changer. And let's be super clear here. A good second opinion isn't just about price shopping. It's not about finding something cheaper. It's about finding the correct policy, the one that's structured properly for you, priced fairly, and actually lines up with your real long-term financial plan. This is where the power of an independent expert, a diversified broker, really comes into play. See, an agent who works for just one company, well, they can only sell you their products. But a true independent broker, they can shop your profile across a massive marketplace. We're talking over 100 different companies to find the one that's going to view your unique situation in the most favorable light. So when is it absolutely critical to get another look? Well, if any of these sound familiar, you for sure need a second opinion. If you were flat out declined, if they told you your premium was going to be way higher than you expected, if you have any kind of complex health history, or, and this is a big one, if your quote only came from a single company. So what really happens during one of these reviews? Let's pull back the curtain and take a look at what a true professional is searching for when they analyze your current situation or a new quote. It's not magic. It's just a clear, methodical process. First, they do a really deep dive into your entire health and lifestyle profile. Second, they get crystal clear on what your actual financial goals are. Third, they take all that info and shop it across that huge market of carriers. And finally, they help you optimize the policy structure so it fits your long-term needs perfectly. But a really great review goes so much deeper than just the price. It's looking at the fine print.
It's looking for things like riders. Those are special add-ons for specific situations. And those super important conversion options we talked about earlier. It makes sure your policy works with your entire financial life, not against it.
And here is the absolute best part. When you get a real second opinion, there is literally no downside. It is a win-win. You either discover there's a better, more affordable option out there for you, and you improve your situation, or you get confirmation that your current plan is the right one, which gives you incredible peace of mind.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. Is your family's financial future built on a guess, or is it built on a guarantee? A second opinion helps make sure that the protection you have in place is the right one, giving you and your family a true sense of security. Thanks for tuning in.